Here are some signs that may help you determine whether or not your child has ADHD. One, they have a hard time organizing tasks and activities. So that can be anywhere from where do they start with their schoolwork to having a book bag covered in papers floating around, broken folders, things unorganized. In general, their room is unorganized, messy room, bathroom messy, their laundry isn't folded, things are scattered all in their drawers and they can't, figure out what to wear next because they can't find anything. Which leads me to number two, they lose things that are important for specific tasks and activities. So whether it's certain clothes or whether it's books and pencils. Number three, they may fidget with their hands and squirm a lot. Seriously, fidget, touch things, pound on things, drum, make popping noises with their mouth. They're constantly trying to find something to gain that sensory kind of satisfaction, but they're squirming, fidgeting, that kind of stuff. Four, they make careless mistakes with their schoolwork and even their daily chores and tasks. So that means like the dishes, when they're trying to get the dishes done, it may still have like dirt on it or food on it. If they have schoolwork, they may not finish it. Or they may rush right through it that they forget to capitalize all the words that are proper nouns and at the beginning of the sentences. Or they may leave out words. They just rush through things and there's lots of careless mistakes. Number five, they're on the go. They're like go, go, go. There's like a motor running all the time and you can't keep up with them. I mean, that's normal with kids, but I mean like with ADHD kids, it's almost like very, very noticeable all the time. It's go, go, go on like a motor running that it doesn't shut off. Interchange bunnies. Which leads me to the next thing. They talk and they interrupt people. Like they talk a lot and they change the subject quite often. So they'll might be talking about one thing and all of a sudden it's something else and then something else. And yeah, and lots of interruptions. Number seven, they have a short attention span and they have a really hard time focusing on one specific activity, especially if it's something that they don't like. So, for example, they don't like math and it's really hard for them to sit down and focus and do their math. However, if it's something that they really, really like, let's say they really, really like this one specific book that they're reading, they will hyper focus on it and skip meals in order to read that book or do that thing. So there's that hyper focus. Next, they're easily distracted by noise, by any kind of outside stimulus, right? So you got noise, clapping, change of lighting in the room. Maybe there's a smell, anything, and almost every little thing distracts them. They work best in a quiet environment. They leave their seat when they're expected to be sitting down. And this goes for classrooms. This also goes for being at church and, of course, dinner time. If they cannot sit still and finish their dinner without getting up at least once or twice, or four times, or five times, this may be a sign that ADHD might be at play here. They're forgetful in daily activities. So they forget to do the dishes, they forget to brush their teeth, they forget to put their socks on or shirt on. They're forgetful. Like sometimes adults will forget their keys and where they are, go to the car without their keys, or leave their phone at home. Forgetfulness in daily activities. Now, I am not here to have you diagnose your kids with ADHD. I am not a licensed professional that can diagnose. I am just a homeschool mom that was a former public and private school teacher for over 10 years where I worked with students that had ADHD. I myself have ADHD and I still continue to work with kids that have ADHD. And all of these symptoms do come from a test that does diagnose kids with ADHD. So if you're really interested in learning more about special needs, education, disabilities, homeschooling, feel free to subscribe